Today's recipe for spinach balls is super simple. I make these all the time for parties. It yields a really large platter. But what's great, what gave me the idea for these are in New Orleans, we have these stuffed artichokes filled with breadcrumbs and butter and onions and spinach. It's so delicious. And so this is like the best of both worlds. It's like you can put out a big tray of them and everyone's gonna love them. Now, we're gonna first start, we have some butter, garlic, onions, eggs, breadcrumbs, cheese, spinach. I also have the oven preheating because once I form my spinach balls, kind of like when you make meatballs, you want to have everything ready to go. So let's get started. All right, so I have a saucepan here where I'm going to melt butter. The best part about these spinach balls is that they also freeze great, which if you're putting out for a party, you may not care, but you can make one big batch and keep some in the freezer. It makes a great side. So you just roll them once, freeze, and bake them at any time. So I'm just using a whisk to speed up the butter melting process. And the reason I'm melting butter is because I want to brown my onions so that they're cooked down and they're soft and they're really not noticeable. I do have the type of kids that find the onions in the sauce every time. So when I create recipes, I'm really wary of that so that basically I ask myself, will my kid eat this recipe? So if the answer is yes, at least one of my 3 kids, we're good to go. All right guys, so now that the butter is melted, I'm going to add my onion. Now, if you're a parent of picky eaters, you already know that you have to hide food and veggies in any way possible. And a lot of parents use these spinach balls as a side dish from time to time. It gets their kids used to eating green foods. They taste so good. There are few to no complaints. So now that our onions are soft, I'm gonna add a garlic clove. Now, after you make these for the first time, you may love them and want to add your favorite spicy Cajun seasoning. That's kind of some of the things that I do at my house. They're super easy to customize. But today I just want to share the basic recipe, which of course it's going to be linked right below this video so you can click, print, and enjoy. So the onions are soft, the garlic, I already smell the garlic and butter, it smells amazing. I turn off my heat, I'm going to remove it from the heat side for just a second since my cooktop is hot, and I'm gonna move on to the main part of the mix. Okay, so first up, I'm going to whisk my eggs in the large bowl. So we have our eggs. We're gonna add our spinach to our eggs. So for this recipe, I'm using frozen spinach. Frozen spinach holds a lot of water when you thaw it out, so you're going to want to wring it out, either inside of paper towels or in some cheesecloth. I'm just going to break up my spinach with the egg. Now, it is one of those recipes you can just dump everything and combine it, but I found that the spinach, because I squeezed it to wring out my liquid, does clump up. So I simply use a fork to separate it all. Okay, up next, I'm going to put in my breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are gonna absorb the eggs and the onions and the butter. And to the breadcrumbs, I'm gonna add the Parmesan cheese. And then we're gonna add a little bit of salt. You can omit the salt if you want, and especially if you're using salted butter, definitely omit it, and some pepper. Here is where if you want to use your favorite spicy seasoning or something like that, I would add it now. So let's give these guys a mix. So as you can see, it's already becoming thicker in texture. And a fork does the trick easily. And now that it's mostly all combined, I'm gonna take my onions and butter and pour it right in. Keep on going with the fork to combine the mixture. Y'all, it smells so good. Now sometimes, because this yields a really big batch, I keep them frozen, and in the morning I just pop them in the toaster oven, throw them in school lunches. My kids love them, they're fun to eat, they're bite-sized, and they're almost like a veggie meatball. All right, guys, so now on to the fun part. I have a baking sheet that I've lined with parchment paper, and you can also use a cookie scoop for this, or take about a 2 teaspoon size and make balls just like that. All right, so easy peasy. Here's where I would normally just hook up my headphones, listen to a podcast, and just tune out what's happening around the house, and meal prep. Makes it so much easier. Now I know it can seem that meal prepping is time consuming, but the truth is that if you wanna eat good food every day at home, having a plan for you is definitely a way to go. And if you're new to this channel, you don't know about my meal plans, which I will link right below the video, you can download a sample weekly plan with 5 recipes, a meal prep sheet telling you all the shortcuts, what to make ahead, how to freeze, all that good stuff. A video or 2 every single week so you and I get to cook together and make a new recipe, as well as my favorite thing, the done for you shopping list. So let me tell you, while I'm rolling these, how to freeze these. Again, you can cook these and freeze them already cooked, or my favorite is, because it yields so many, I will freeze a sheet pan just like this with all of them lined up, put them in the freezer, and once they're frozen, I can transfer them into a zip bag and they're ready to go. I just pull out a couple of them, bake them for the kids for their lunches or as an appetizer or a side, because you get a lot. And yes, you could definitely also have the recipe if you wanted to. I'm just one of those people that if I'm gonna prep something that's time consuming, I like to do it once and keep extras in the freezer. All right, guys, one quick tip is that you can also use a mini muffin pan to put the spinach balls in there and bake them right in the pan. So this way you know how many you're getting, and again, or use this to freeze them and remove them later, one of the two. I guess you could press them down and turn it into cups. I mean, really, the possibilities are endless. All right, guys, so I'm going to place these in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes until they're golden brown and nice and crispy on the outside. Let's do it. Okay, so the first batch is here, which I'm gonna freeze for later, and these are going to go in our oven right now. I wish there was smell-o-vision because it smells unbelievable in here. They are perfectly round and baked. So good. Let's plate a few. Now, you can serve these with marinara sauce on the side, some ranch, I mean, by themselves. They're so good. So good. Cheesy, spinach, all the buttery and garlic goodness, every bite. Make sure you check the description box below the video for the printable recipe. I'll also include other awesome school lunch or easy lunch ideas that you can make with leftovers or really simple ingredients. See you next time.